directing people to our demonstration today against Proposition 187.
Okay, what is 187?
187 is a proposition that if it passes, it will, it will not allow immigration, the illegal, it will okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I got really nervous. Okay, it will violate the 14th Amendment, and it will not allow illegal immigrants to healthcare, education. They're going to kick over 300,000 kids out of schools. By this proposition passing, I feel and I know there's going to be a barrier between the teachers and a student, a doctor and its patient because of the INS. They have to go through an INS program in order to be working.
Yeah. You think doctors will have to report and turn patients in, and teachers will have to turn students in, and things like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That will definitely happen. I know it will.
Okay. What else do you feel about it? I mean, do you think it's unconstitutional?
It's definitely unconstitutional.
There's a law that passed from the Supreme Court. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was in 1986 or 87. It's Roe versus Fire. And it states that any child in the United States is entitled to a free public education. And a lot of these children, their parents may be illegal, but they were born here. And because of this proposition, that would require their parents to show proof of citizenship in order for them to be able to continue getting their public education, and that's not right. The other thing is a lot of people think that illegal immigrants don't pay taxes, which is not true. A lot of them have secured false social security cards just to work here. So they are working here, their employers see a social security card and they're getting taxes taken out of their paychecks. They pay taxes every time they buy any product and service in our communities. And they also take a lot of jobs that most American citizens do not want. So there's a lot of issues here. It's illegal, it's unconstitutional, and it's not right. This country was built on immigrants and people coming from all over. And now they're just saying that, that it's too much. I mean, we have problems on our borders, but they're trying to restrict something for people that are already here instead of preventing more people from coming in illegally.
Okay, so what will happen if it passes?
Well, if it passes, I think first of all, as Martha iterated before, a lot of teachers and students will have students won't feel as comfortable with their teachers, and there will be a lot of problems. We're going to lose income from a lot of the immigrants that they say that they're going to send back. They're supposed to be pulling out a lot of these children from schools, but they're not going to just run back to their country. They're going to be uneducated on our streets. They're not going to be getting the medical care that they deserve, and because of that, we're going to have more public health problems, and it's just going to create a whole bigger problem for us as a country and as a state if we don't take care of it now. I think those are a lot of the important issues. I know that it's going to have an economic impact on the agricultural and textile industries because a lot of these illegal immigrants work like in the LA garment district in downtown and in the crops in the fields. And I don't know, you see a lot of American citizens that say, I can't find a job. And it's true, they can't find jobs, but I don't see them asking for a lot of those low-income jobs that nobody wants. And if they don't do it, nobody else will do it.
Yeah. The farm industry in the San Joaquin Valley would suffer.
Right.
A lot of industries would suffer.
A lot of those industries. Plus, those people, the taxes that they're taking out of their checks and that they're paying, that's more revenue for our state. And that's going to be lost revenue.
Yeah. Do you know personally anyone who's here illegally?
Well, I know some people whose parents were illegal, but through the 1986 Amnesty Act, they became legalized. I know of people that may be illegal, but I've never asked them personally. To me, that's not an issue. If they're already here and working, then, everybody I know who's been illegal has gone through the process to get their paperwork and become legalized.
I also want to say the paperwork. I have relatives who are in Mexico, and they have to wait. They've been waiting for 10 years. There has to be something done about that.
It's too slow.
It's way too slow. It's unbelievable. It's definitely a problem.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say?
No, we just all stick together. We're all human. We all need to work together, and we're all a country. This nation is done by many countries, not just by one.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Martha Sanchez.
And what's your name?
Sarah Nunez.
Okay. And what's your name?
And Tina Sanchez.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You guys?
Anybody need a bumper sticker? Yeah. No on 187. No 187. No 187. No 187. No 187. I don't think they can hear us in Sacramento yet. Let's go 187. No 187. No 187. No 187. No 187! No 187! No 187! Okay, there you go. Okay, now I'd like to introduce for the color of our skin, or for the names, the sounding of our names. We can fight the injustice that Proposition 187 has brought us, but only if we work together. We have one voice together. We can make it loud, we can make it soft. But nobody's going to hear us if we make it soft. We have to speak loud, we have to go out there and vote. We have to encourage other people to vote. So, now I'd like to introduce Fatima Sanchez. She will be saying a couple of words. Hello, my name is Fatima Sanchez. I am a member of SASOS. We are here today to prove to the California that we are going to move ahead in stopping 187. I will be your MC for today, and we will do our best to make noise all the way to Sacramento. I want to hear your voices, and I want to get phone calls from Sacramento saying, "Shut up," because you guys are too loud. I want to hear your voices. Let's scream, you guys.
Bueno, la intervención de Lulu básicamente pide que esta es una lucha no nada más de unir a los latinos, sino unir a todas las razas, a todas las nacionalidades, todos los colores, todos los idiomas, todos en base de la misma causa de derrotar la Proposición 187, que tenemos derechos a la educación, tenemos derechos a los servicios médicos, tenemos derechos de caminar libremente en las calles sin que nos persiguen simplemente por el color de la piel de uno, simplemente por la nacionalidad de uno. Entonces hace llamado a todos de unirse a la causa para derrotar 187.
As many of you know, the church, Catholic Church, has spoken out again here today. Father Joseph Robler, he will be presenting a general blessing of the demonstration.
Que la Iglesia Católica ha tomado una posición muy fuerte contra Proposición 187. Hoy con nosotros tenemos un representante de la Iglesia, el Padre Joseph Robler, que viene hoy para dar la bendición a nuestra actividad.
I ask you, contrary to what you've been told, for just a moment to be silent and to realize that the Spirit of God, the Spirit who created all things, the Spirit that calls us children of God, is present within us. And it is by that Spirit that we will protect this place from any evil spirits, from any evil intentions, from any violence or hatred. Lord God, I present to you the incense that is burning as a sign of the prayers of this community in hope of protection of all people. And I ask that this smoke, this incense, be a sign of blessing to our gathering here today. And now I'm going to walk among you and let the incense cover you, to cover you with God's protection and love.
If the battery's good. You got one.
Jamás será vencido, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
The people united will never be defeated.
Unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido
jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo
The people united will never be defeated. 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 The people united will never be defeated.
The people united.
Porque si existen sufrimientos en el mundo, te lo pedimos esto en Cristo nuestro Señor. Amén.
I'd like to thank Father Robert for taking his time out and coming here. Now I'd like to introduce a member for the American GI Forum, Ms. Rudy Escalante, who will be coming up here and speaking to you.
Muchas gracias. En el mes de agosto, en el American GI Forum pasamos una resolución en contra de la iniciativa 187 en Estado y en Nacional. We recently passed a resolution at the National and State Convention against Proposition 187. I'm not going to speak today about all the things that you already know. You've been reading in the papers about the statistics, you know, what we provide for the community. We know that we provide billions of dollars into the economy. So what I want to talk to you about today is that 187 is not going to stop there. Because what's going to happen is they're going to try to dismantle every program that we have in the schools, especially like MECHA groups, Chicano studies, and we don't want to see that happen. The other thing that I wanted to relate to you, lo que él acaba de decir ahorita, que la iniciativa 187 no va a parar ahí. Lo que van a hacer, van a quitar programas, por ejemplo, en las escuelas, van a querer quitar organizaciones como MECHA, OPS y todo lo que sea latino o mexicano. Y no vamos a dejarlo de hacerlo. La otra cosa que está pasando, he leído en el Register, por ejemplo, aquí en Santana, una maestra estaba preocupada porque dijo, estaba diciendo ella a los niños que no sabía ella si estos niños eran patrióticas o iban a defender su país. What I just finished saying is I read an article in the Register where a teacher here in Santa Ana was concerned because most of her kids were immigrants, and she was concerned whether they would defend the American flag. She should have asked me. Anyway, we have 38 Medal of Honor recipients. Out of the 38 Medal of Honor, there is 2 immigrants. Hay 38 hispanos que han ganado la medalla de honor en este país y 2 de ellos fueron inmigrantes. Y otra cosa que les quiero decir es que de indios y fueron los que pelearon desde las Filipinas hasta Japón. En terminar, les exijo a todos ustedes que por favor salgan a votar, porque si no votamos, pues tenemos que votar para derrotar esta iniciativa 187. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Escalante, for coming and speaking. Now we have to make Sacramento, Pete Wilson, and all the other 187 supporters hear us loud and clear. And we have to let them know that we are united here by doing that and showing that we will be performing the unity clap. But for those who aren't familiar with it, we will begin clapping slowly, and then we will be progressing faster and faster until Sacramento hears us. At the count of 3, we will start. 1, 2, 3. You can hear us! Is up to us. We have voted people in there that don't belong in there. Do we want them to repeat? I can't hear you. Do we want them to repeat? Do we want them to repeat? What are we going to do? Vote. We're going to vote.
No on 187.
We have to vote.
No on 187. No.
No repeat! 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 Pete Wilson has come to the trouble! No repeat! No repeat! We gotta take Pete Wilson out of there! Allahu Akbar, Pete Wilson! 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 Now I'd like to introduce another speaker we have. He's a political leader here in the city of Santa Ana. He's well known in the community. His name is Zeke Hernandez.
Thank you very much. I do have some comments prepared for today. My name is Zeke Hernandez. I'm the past state director for LULAC, League of United Latin American Citizens. LULAC is the oldest and it's the largest Latino membership organization in the United States. It was founded here in the United States back in 1927 in Tejas. From there it just grew and grew and grew. Like the Energizer bunny, it just grew and grew and grew. And what we're going to be doing from here to Election Day, we're going to be doing like that bunny. We're going to go and go and go, and we're going to talk to people. And what are we going to do on 187? How are we going to vote? And when are we going to vote? November 8th? No! Thank you very much. Let me say this. Again, in terms of my prepared remarks, Proposition 187 will add to the penal code that every law enforcement officer in California be required to contact the INS if the officer suspects, and I say suspects, that that person is undocumented. It can be you, she, it can be anyone, it can be that little youngster who is sitting right in front of you carrying, or those three youngsters right in front of you carrying that American flag. It would also require that each agency investigate and verify whether an arrestee is here illegally and to notify the California Attorney General and the INS of that person's status. But that law as it stands now, it already encourages, and in fact in some cases it requires that officers notify INS of certain arrestees' immigration status. That's happening already. In fact, there is already a computerized booking system used in several counties. Our next door neighbor, LA County, is using it right now. That would effectively report all suspected undocumented arrestees to the INS. It's a system that allows the INS access to information regarding all foreign-born criminal arrestees. Proposition 187 duplicates already existing practices, but it extends beyond that. It goes beyond that, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at Pete Wilson and what he came out with, that ID card, think what will happen. It opens the door to the beginnings of a police state in a nation that continues to be democratic. But we must recommit ourselves to the principles that were put forth in this nation by the founding individuals of these United States. Unlike current law, Proposition 187 does not require that an arrest be lawful, nor that the suspicion of that arrestee documented be reasonable. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I can come to this individual and say to a law enforcement officer, I suspect him or her of being here illegal, and without any reasonable cause, they can take that individual and arrest him or her. What is this nation coming to when we allow Proposition 187 to come as far as it has come today? The absence of reasonableness requirement, which is typical legal protection against arbitrary governmental action, means that there is little, very, very little, to protect immigrants. You and I are immigrants. You and I are children of immigrants. The framers of Proposition 187 are children of immigrants. This nation has been founded on the principles of immigrants giving to this country of ours. When you look at the protection that should be given to you, immigrants, including witnesses and victims of crime, from being falsely arrested for a minor misdemeanor. What happens if you are a victim of a crime? Would you go report that crime to the very same police agency and or representative and officer to that agency? No, you wouldn't, because you yourself can be suspected of being a non-citizen. Proposition, in effect, would turn police officers into INS agents. We have one police department here, Standout Police Department, and they taking a courageous stand where they don't turn in individuals who they suspect, who they think are legal immigrants. They've taken that courageous stand. Because they know that laws like Proposition 187 will generate fear amongst all immigrants, amongst all Americans. And because of this fear, that it could be prevalent, requiring the police to interrogate people for their status. This would reduce the voluntary cooperation of us with law enforcement agencies. There already is less reporting of crime by innocent victims who are immigrants. Crime is running rampant. That is an issue. But do we want you not to report a crime if it happens to you or to your member of your family? No, we don't. Under Proposition 187, criminals will prey upon the innocent, upon us, because many would fear to come forward because of the possibility of being turned over to INS. What happens to the COP program, community-oriented policing program, that many police departments, not only stand ahead of, many police departments have initiated? This would undermine or extinguish the many positive efforts of many police departments to implement COP and other programs which encourages mutual cooperation of the community and police. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1984, this nation of ours, we issued a stamp, something that we lick and we put on into an envelope. But this stamp that we issued, that the president issued, was a stamp that gave recognition to Hispanic Americans, to Latinos, Latinas, to Chicanos, to Chicanas. Gave recognition to their contributions, their heritage that they can be proud of. This stamp honored the contributions of Latinos and of honor. Was over while they subverted.
No 187! No 187! Come on! No 187! No 187! No 187! No 187! No 187! No 187! I can't leave! They have to be in Sacramento! Come on! No 187! No 187! No 187! No 187! Woo!
Thank you, Melina. Now I'm going to introduce to you Jackie Fernandez, a California resident, and she will speak against 187. Jackie?
Woo! I can feel energy. It gives me great pleasure to witness this important day, a day in which all concerned constituents can come together and in solidarity to oppose an unjust proposition that could hinder the very ideal of what makes this country beautiful. It seems that we've forgotten what this country's made of. Well, we just have to think about the Statue of Liberty to remind us. It's a melting pot of all races, creeds, and religion under one nation for the purpose of liberty and justice for all. These words should read loud in our hearts, for they have been instilled in us as children through our public education, obviously for a reason. They were created by the fathers of this nation, the politicians with political interests, such as Pete Wilson, in order to get reelected or to explain their inefficiency to run the state's economy. Let us remember that many of these illegal immigrants are people who work hard, doing hard labor at sometimes horrible wages, the jobs that some people don't want. Yet they carry a hope of ameliorating. This is the reason why so many people come to this country, because of what it represents. A chance for a better life, a hope for true freedom. They are also also contributors to our nation, often reaping very little benefits.
Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. You ordain to establish this Constitution for the United States of America. One of our great presidents, John F. Kennedy, said in an address to our country during a crisis, and I quote, "Ask not what your country
Diciendo no a la proposición 187, acuérdense. Así que con calma, muchachos, con violencia y con insulto no vamos a llegar a nada. Así que tranquilamente, júntense y no se me desbalaguen. Aquí júntense, me vamos a caminar, no quiero a nadie fuera de la raya amarilla, acuérdense. Acuérdense que no quiero a nadie de la raya amarilla fuera. Únanse detrás de mí, no quiero que se me desbalaguen. Acuérdense que el límite es detrás de nosotros. No quiero que nadie se me adelante. Por favor.
¿Esta es la línea amarilla que no ve?
Excuse me. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Can I ask you why you're marching here today? I'm with the news media.
Okay, I am marching because I think it's against the Constitution of the United States. That's an injustice what they're trying to do with these people.
Parent of one of the children at the elementary school? Or?
No, I'm just...
You're just here to lend support?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think it'll do if it passes?
It's going to be a calamity for everybody.
Yeah, a lot of people would be just in complete chaos. They'd have to think about, they'd have to be sent back to wherever they came from and all that. It'd be just a real tragedy, wouldn't it?
Yes, and it's going to be a tragedy for the United States too, because it's against everything they have told us, the whole world war. They are for the people and by the people, and that's not good. That's not good.
Okay, thanks. Hi. So, what's your name and why are you out here today?
Fran Andrade, because I believe education should be given to every child, regardless.
Are you a parent of one of the children at the elementary school?
No, but I'm the mother to all of them.
Okay. What happened if 187 passes? We can keep walking.
I think it'll be a long legal battle. I think we're going to spend a lot of our hard-earned money on taxes.
Yeah.
And I think you'll lose. That's all.
Okay.
No, por favor, no contesten. Por favor. Peaceful march here.
So we're walking to the Target Center?
We're walking into the Target and around.
Okay. And that's where the march is going to end, at the Target Center?
Holly will come back to your neighborhood.
Okay. Thanks. Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi, can I ask you your name and what you're doing here today?
Sure. My name's Peter Tarr, and this is I'm participating in the first civil rights demonstration of my life.
Really?
Yes. Feel very strongly that Proposition 187 is wrong, and that I find myself with an obligation to stand up and say something against it.
That's okay. What do you do in the community?
In the community? In my community? I'm from Newport Beach. I'm a lawyer there.
You need to keep walking.
Lawyers do have some obligation.
Yeah.
And I've been working with the Oakview Community Task Force in the Oakview neighborhood.
What would 187, if it's passed, what would it do to the Oakview Elementary School?
I have no idea what it would do to the Oakview Elementary School. I could care less. I mean, that's really got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well,
what would do with the country?
Or
with the state of California?
Yeah.
The last time we had a class of individuals whose citizenships were cut off, we had to fight a civil war in order to free them. That's created problems that we have today. To do this again is probably the worst thing I can think of.
You think it'll pass?
I hope it won't. I hope there's enough people of goodwill and fairness that it will not pass. If it does pass, I think there's no doubt that any judge who gets his hands on it is going to say that it's not constitutional. But when you get into court, the only people that do any good there are the lawyers. We have enough trouble trying to finance our government without spending a lot of money on silliness like this. So I'm hoping that it won't pass.
So why is this the first protest march of your life?
Well, I guess it's because I've grown up a little bit since the 60s.
Yeah.
And then I didn't understand. I've read and thought about it. Thought about it a lot. All the things on television.
Consider yourself more knowledgeable about issues? Or?
About issues like this? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. In those days, I grew up in California, and you didn't think about things like this because there was something that happened someplace like Mississippi, where everybody knew that people weren't civilized. But then come back and find something like that going on here is
what do you think
disappointing.
What do you think about Pete Wilson?
Well, I think he's probably going to be the next best governor that we'll have.
What do you think about his stance on 187?
I think it's misguided.
So you're pro-Wilson but anti-187?
But anti-187, yes. Yes, indeed. And I think that there's a lot of people like that around. Which is one of the reasons that I'm out here today. Because I can remember from the 60s, people thought that civil rights were a good idea, but they didn't stand up for it. And people and people were afraid. Probably with more reason in those days than they are now. But you need somebody to stand up, and maybe if somebody came by and saw me today, they'll think twice and stand up for what's right. At least that's my hope.
Well, great. Thanks a lot.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for coming by.
No problem.
Hi, sir, please have babies for
Con las leyes de tráfico, no queremos obstruir el tráfico, ni queremos tampoco que nos suceda un accidente. Hay que esperarnos, hay que caminar con seguridad y esperar las indicaciones de la luz para poder cruzar. Acuérdense, tenemos que hacerlo con mucho cuidado. Sí, vamos a caminar hasta la luz donde tengamos seguridad todos nosotros para cruzar la avenida. Acuérdense, mijo, no vaya jugando, háganse hasta atrás. Acuérdense que vamos a demostrar que somos una marcha pasiva, tranquila, con educación. Solamente manifestándonos no a la proposición 187, por favor. Es una marcha pacífica, tranquila, con dignidad, con orgullo. Acuérdense que hay que demostrar que también tenemos educación y somos gente civilizada que no vamos a ocasionar problemas. Mijos, atrás de mí. Ok, los que alcancemos a cruzar sin correr, tranquilamente. Los que alcancemos a cruzar atrás de mí, por favor, para la seguridad de todos y que no haya ningún accidente. Hay que ir alguien que se adelante para que presione. Vamos a seguir el mismo sistema, caminando en medio sin rebasar las rayas de la calle, tranquilamente. Gracias. Esperen aquí, hay que esperar a la seguridad de todos nosotros. Ahorita que la luz se ponga en blanco, entonces nos encaminamos y esperamos a los que vienen atrás de nosotros. Hay que terminar lo que empezamos tan hermosa, esta unión y que todo nos está saliendo perfecto. No hay que echarlo a perder. Hay que seguir como veníamos, con tranquilidad. Los que alcancemos a cruzar hay que esperar a los que no alcancen, acuérdense. Con calma, con paciencia vamos a lograr todo.
Last April in the city of Las Vegas for providing false and fraudulent documents to illegal aliens so they could gain permanent residence in the United States while he was, according to the indictment, making in excess of $50,000 a day. Now, he's already been indicted. So who are you going to believe?
Get him! Traitor!
There he is. They talked here today about our education system and our medical system. And it's about time some of these teachers in the California Teachers Association started looking at what's taking place with our own kids. If we're going to prepare our kids for a decent living in the future and be able to meet the challenges that they'll be facing, we've got to be educated for one thing in here, and who are raised in the English language can find themselves placed in classrooms where they're being taught in foreign languages and they receive their English instruction as a second language. Did you know that? How asinine can we become? What gives any government like Mexico or these anti-187 groups the right to say that we should be expected to support a group of people, upwards of 2 million, who have broken the laws to come here? One world. One world. Duncan Hunter spoke about the border situation, and he spoke about Sylvester Reyes, the chief in El Paso. There's a courageous guy, I can tell you. I've known him for many, many years, and he did this on his own. He shut that border down by moving his own resources without the blessing of the people in Washington, and he put his career on the line to do it. Now there's a good American. We're just saying without the timing was big huevos. If Prop 187 passed, these notable congressmen here, that you'd see less and less activity, enforcement activity on the border, because it would go back to business as usual.
We'll protect the border.
Closing the checkpoint, for example, that's implementing. That's a pain in the neck to everybody that goes through it. It was a pain in the neck to me. But no general ever fought a war without a backup capability, and that checkpoint being closed is a dumb mistake, and I don't care who says it, because I haven't ever talked to a Border Patrol manager who is retired like me, that doesn't agree that it's a stupid thing to do. The apprehensions they make there are the best quality. They are the very best quality. The drug interdiction work they do is of the best quality. The Border Patrol interdicts about 65 to 66% of all the drugs coming across the land borders, and it's at those checkpoints where that stuff is caught. So if anybody makes a move after this 90-day trial period to convince you that those checkpoints should be shut down, fight them. Cruising at about 10,000 feet just west of the port of entry at Calexico from Miles. And he spotted a Mexican Army unit on the Mexican side on a high point looking down on some American tourists about a mile inside of our own border. He also saw 8 of those soldiers break off and come over.
Remember the Alamo!
To be among champions. It really is a pleasure. We've got a commercial right now. My partner, Al Powers, who some of you know, those of you that don't know him, that's not so bad. And we are trying to raise a little bit of money so that we can get some commercials out on the air. Al, why don't you come on up? Al's done some voiceover work and
guy with 3 buckets in a briefcase. I guess you know what this is for here. We're going to go on Vegaton right now because, as Mark told me.
About 7, I was very pleased to get 2 checks today. You don't even know about this. And we appreciate any donations at all. And here's a radio spot that we're trying to put together.
What we're trying to do is do a bit of an answer campaign. Excuse me, listen now.
And also ask other people to donate. It's not just...
Oh, of course. Yes, everyone is doing it. We can use them on. Here's why. We're trying to field the radio advertising. If we have enough money to do so, this is not cheap. Radio advertising is quite expensive. It is, however, less costly than newspaper, less costly than television.
on the grass on either this side or that side to stay on the grass.
I remember you.
Hey, you.
You're not as bad as I thought. All right.
Everybody stay on the grass and not the concrete. Stay either on one side or the other. Either one side or the other.
We need more. Is that running out of ink?
This one, well, it don't work that good.
My neighbor.
You can be either side of the grass.
No, no estamos buscando.
Un zacate
What's your banner say? Can you translate?
War. You should.
What does it mean again?
It's a stop to the war. Stop the war in America. What is it? Alto. Stop America's war on immigrants and shit. Like the 3Ks, you should stop Stop the wars against the war against America. America. So you better just listen. I know. Against the immigrants.
Show me your shirt.
There you go. I get it all confused here.
Show your shirt.
Same thing, I think. Does it say the same thing? They gave me the shirt.
Okay. What do you think about 187?
No. I think a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think basically it's wrong because underline. How could we? If this Prop 187 does get passed, it's really it's a humanitarian point of views which I'm looking at because it's condoning the fact that why don't we just get branded like the Nazis? You know, we have to carry an identification card all the time, which we're all immigrants in this country. Basically, this country is made out of immigrants, and we've had this problem for a very, very long time. So therefore, you cannot blame the economic situation in the state of California because of illegal immigrants. There are other situations that are happening that are not being brought forth into the public that needs to be brought up. Not only illegal immigrants. I think the borders should just be, they should just have more control over it, and that's my point of view.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Lilia Ramirez, and I'm from the city of Compton.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, check this out. Alright, check this out, you guys. Everybody. Okay, first of all, we need everybody to stay in the grass area. Do not leave the grass area, okay? That's what we're trying to do. Okay, basically this is like, you guys, basically let me outline what we're gonna do. First of all, we're an institution of higher learning, which is college. You guys are all gonna be here someday, right? Yeah! Okay, you won't be here if 187 doesn't pass. Passes, but you guys are coming anyways. These are the rules. First of all, we need no profanity. Signs of profanity have to be taken down because we're not gonna allow people to say the F word or anything like that. Because we want it to be very, very peaceful. Second of all, if you guys have anything you guys want to put across, go ahead and show it. Make sure you keep it peaceful and respect the rules that we have going on, okay? Gracias.